Last year, I remember being in a very confused position where I'd watch people like Andrew Tate, Iman Gachi, Hamza, and they would always say how important it is to make money as a man. Make money, you have to escape the matrix or whatever the fuck. And I was thinking, that is a good idea. I need to make money, right? But then there were so many business models that I had to choose from. And I chose copywriting, right? I was like, okay, I'll make money through copywriting. And then I tried copywriting. I did a little bit, but then it just fucking flopped because my concentration discipline was not good enough. I would say I tried, but I could have tried way harder. I was literally working 20 minutes a day. I was just coping on YouTube saying, oh, I'm just learning how to do copyright, and I was watching Iman Gachi on YouTube. So it wasn't great. And I just blamed on the business model saying it was shit. Before we get into the video, I have a free Discord server for young men on self-improvement. So if you want self-improvement, you'd like to discuss about the gym, you'd like to discuss about testosterone, self-improvement, then go join that right now. It's in the top link in the description. And during this time period, this is when I really started to get into the gym. I would watch all of these fitness YouTubers. I'm sure you know them. Like fucking Sam Sulek, that Sean guy, I can't remember what his last name is. The William Lee, Alex Eubank. I was just watching these fitness YouTubers that would just show off their bodies and they'll get millions of views. And I'm thinking, what if I do that? Because I actually like making gym content, so it would just be fun to do. I don't really see it as work, right? So I'm thinking maybe this might be the business model for me. And then about a year ago almost, I started the channel, right? Opened up my channel, and it was a disaster. The reason why is my concentration and focus was so bad. I would go on ChatGPT. Since I learned the prompts and commands from copywriting, I took like a free course on how to use ChatGPT for copywriting. So I used that to write my video scripts on ChatGPT. But even then, it still sounded like an AI robot. So you could go back on my very old videos. All I would do is read off a script for 2 to 3 minutes and put a video of me bench press. That's done. That's the video finished. After I finished, just because it was hard, I was like, oh, well, YouTubers don't even make any money. I could do better business models. I need to focus on my school. I was an anxious guy back then. And I was also thinking, oh, what if people in my school found out? That's the reason why I haven't started a TikTok until literally a couple months ago. So I was just scared about my people in my school finding out. Now I don't give two shits, because if you really care what other people think when you are trying to do something productive, let's say you're doing something embarrassing that you shouldn't be doing and you're scared of people finding out, that's literally common sense. But if you're trying to improve yourself, if you're trying to make money doing something and people in your school see it, then let them fucking see it. It don't matter. So yeah, the TikTok account just started recently because of that. It's Team TMS Ardo if you want to check it out. And then I started to implement these things into my life, and then my concentration was way better. Productivity was so much better. I could actually concentrate for once. I was more motivated, and ultimately I was getting more shit done. I was hitting more workouts. I was doing martial arts. I was making YouTube videos consistently, at least 2 to 3 times per week for nearly a year straight. And then that got me to obviously 1,000 subscribers. Okay, first things first, let's get the basics out straight. Never try to quit your addiction. Never try to quit cold turkey like you see on NoFap and semen retention. That shit doesn't work. It relies on a streak to destroy your addiction. I think it was the war in Vietnam, or I can't remember exactly what war it was, but these people was taking cocaine and like hard drugs to keep themselves stable because the war was just fucking horrible, right? And then they were completely addicted to it. Nearly all the soldiers were. So the people, the army generals and the people who were controlling the army were thinking, shit, once this war is over, what are we gonna do? We're gonna have to supply hard drugs for the rest of their lives for them to keep sane. And then the war was over, they went back to their families, and guess what? No drugs. They did not have any cravings of drugs. Think about it. They went from taking hardcore drugs like crack cocaine, I don't know exactly what drug it was, but to that extent. But then they go back home and they don't want it anymore. You know why? It's because their environment changed. Their surroundings changed. It's not about the thing itself. There's actually a root cause to your addiction that you don't even know about. In this video, I'm going to use fapping as an example on watching porn, because a lot of people, especially in the self-improvement industry, were and some are still addicted to porn and fapping, right? I'm sure you heard of NoFap, and I made a couple videos on NoFap, and now I know it's complete bullshit. Because when you do NoFap, when you do semen retention, all you do, you're just delaying the inevitable, right? You're not identifying the root causes of your addiction. All you're doing is trying to quit cold turkey when nothing has changed. You still stay at home all day, do nothing. You still scroll on social media, you still play video games all day, and now you're trying to quit a fapping, which is literally a crutch to your life. You probably have tried NoFap, everyone has. But what happens? You relapse, and then you relapse again, you relapse again. The cycle just repeats itself. And I'm going to give you the 3 root causes of porn addiction in men. Number 1 is no big mission or purpose in life. If you have no purpose, if you don't know what you want to do, you are not ambitious, right? And what happens when you're not ambitious? You don't want to do shit because you don't feel like there's a point to anything. So what happens? You end up fapping, you end up taking drugs. I'm not saying if you don't have a mission, you're going to end up taking heroin and fapping 10 times a day. But what I'm trying to say is, when you don't have a mission or purpose in life, you're way more likely to fall into these addictions because you have no direction to go to. You're just chasing the new high. So set a goal. Let's say you want to get to 1,000 subscribers. You want to build this much amount of muscle. You want to have a V-taper. You want to have 6-pack. Set yourself a goal. Make sure it's a small goal that you can achieve in half a year or maybe a year. If the goal is way too long, for example, let's say if I put my goal, I box, right? If I put my goal as become the world champion, then I'm not going to be motivated. There's such a huge, long way to go to for me boxing and doing a little sparring to becoming the champion of the world. So you need to set yourself realistic short-term goals. For example, for me, what would that be? Let's say I'm at 1,000 subscribers. By the end of the year, let's say I get to 2,000. It's very, very tough. But if I make an amazing video, then it can happen. Stuff that is possible but not probable. Or what I would do at the beginning to set goals, I would set realistic goals that you can actually achieve. So you get that dopamine hit, you get that positive reinforcement, so you set other goals and bigger goals. So for example, your goal is have a big chest and triceps. Objective, you're gonna hit 100 push-ups per day, or 50 or 200 depending on how much you think you would actually do. Do that every single day. You'll get positive reinforcement because now you know you could do it, which goes on to my second point, which is your identity, right? You have to believe that you're the type of person to not be beating your meat all day. You have to believe you're the type of person to actually have a goal, a purpose, to actually be doing something with your life. Because if you think of yourself as a loser, then you're gonna do loser shit. Second reason of most addictions, staying at home all day. If you're home all day, you're going to be more bored. You're gonna crave cheap dopamine. And then what you're gonna do? You're gonna play video games. You're gonna scroll on social media. And then when you scroll on social media, you scroll on TikTok and you see a girl with her tits out with a bra or something, then what's gonna happen? You're gonna get the urge and then you do it. You have to get rid of all of these cues that are making you relapse or not do the things that you want to do. Let's not say fapping for this one. Let's say something like cigarettes. Let's say you're addicted to cigarettes or vape, because a lot of teenagers do it nowadays. You're addicted to the vape. So tell me why there's a fucking vape right next to your bed. How are you meant to stop when your body and brain knows if you hit the vape you're gonna feel good? You're gonna feel a lot better than you just lying down in your bed now. So why don't you just go hit the vape? You get the craving of hitting the vape because it's right next to you. So you need to dash the vape outside. You need to throw it in the bin. You need to never see that shit again. You need to add friction to whatever you want to do. If you want the vape, you gotta go all the way to that shop to come buy it. Go walk back home. You gotta make the things hard. That's why back in the day, porn addiction wasn't that much, because it was actually hard to do. You had to go to some 18+ store, fake ID. You gotta just to jack off to some picture. Nowadays, 12-year-olds could fucking just search up on their computer. Boom, done. That's it. It's so easily accessible. That's why it's so hard to quit. So, what do you do about this? If you stay home alone all day, go outside, socialize, play some sports with your friends, do something different. Don't just stay at home all day. Or like I said, set a big goal and mission. It's going to be 2-3 weeks of you not fapping and you're going to think, oh shit, I forgot about this. That's a very good sign when you don't know what day you're on your no-fap streak. If you know exactly what day you are on, then I guarantee you're going to fail. Alright, that's been the end of the video. Like I said, I have a free Discord server for young men on self-improvement. And if you got this far into the video, you probably have a top 1% attention span. A lot of people can't concentrate on videos nowadays because fucking TikTok brain rot. So go join that. We discuss mainly gym, testosterone, how to build a good body. We discuss self-improvement as well. And yeah, it's just a good community to be in. So go join that right now. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.